In this video, we are going to talk about top 10 extinct animals we should bring back. Before we start our topic, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click on the notification bell to be notified whenever we upload new videos. Over the millennia, animals have gone extinct on Earth for many different reasons. Sometimes it's because of a dramatic shift in the climate. Other times it was because of human intervention. Advances in science, specifically biotechnology, could enable scientists to bring some of these animals back from extinction, and there are a few already on the list. Scientists must be able to show that the species is desirable, such as having an important ecological function or being beloved by humans. And they also must consider practical matters, such as whether we have access to tissue that could give us good quality DNA samples. Most importantly though, the animals must also be able to be reintroduced into the wild in the first place, so sufficient habitats, food, and limited contact with humans are pretty important. Here is the top 10 list of extinct animals we should bring back. Number 10. Baiji River Dolphin. These dolphins took residence in the Yangtze River of China up until 2002, and are the first species of dolphin to be driven to extinction due to human impact. They are also the first large mammals in recent years to become extinct. Two articles make different claims about this cetacean species. Brian Nelson, a freelance writer for Mother Nature Network, states that the Baiji dolphin is a potential species for cloning. The recent extinction means newer DNA, which is easier to replicate. With that said, conservationists being interviewed by The Guardian discuss an unconfirmed sighting of the white dolphin. It would appear that there is still hope, that these freshwater mammals are still out there somewhere, so perhaps bioengineers should not jump the gun too quickly on this species. Number 9. Saber-Toothed Cats. One of the many giants of the Ice Age, the saber-toothed cats has been in talks of revivification. Saber-toothed cats were lion-size ambush predators, best known for their long canine teeth. The cats went extinct at the end of the Pleistocene epoch some 11,000 years ago. The La Brea tar pits of Los Angeles holds Pleistocene-era mammal fossils that may help contribute to their eventual cloning. Why scientists would want to bring this animal back to life is the real question. Number 8. Woolly rhino. A fallen large mammals from the Quaternary extinction, this mammal went on scientists' radars when a baby woolly rhino was found frozen in the Siberian ice. In 2015, a businessman on a hunting trip discovered this carcass. What was amazing was that it was almost perfectly preserved in the ice for around 12,000 years. Cloning this animal would be especially difficult. Brian Stillard, a writer for Nature World News, reiterates what most scientists believe, which is the key to cloning any prehistoric beast is finding a complete copy of its DNA and finding a suitable mother. Sadly, the closest living relatives to these beasts are the Sumatran rhinos, which are on the endangered species list themselves. Number 7. Passenger pigeons. These birds disappeared by the millions very quickly due to commercial hunting and the advancement of technology. Many technological advancements of the 1800s made the passenger pigeon's carrier abilities less of a tool for humans, so we found other uses. Humans hunted these pigeons for food and sport, sold their carcasses, and profited from these birds any way they could. If any animal is a poster child for animal revival and conservation, it is the passenger pigeon. The last pigeon, Martha, died in the Cincinnati Zoo in 1914. For the last 4 years, Ben Novak, a research consultant for the non-profit organization Revive and Restore, and his team have been conducting research on their extinction called the Great Passenger Pigeon Comeback. They believe that bringing these pigeons back to life could create great ecological prosperity to North American forests. Number 6. Thylacine. Otherwise known as the Tasmanian tiger, this Australian native was considered officially extinct in 1936. Further, like many on this list, these marsupials were driven to extinction due to humans. European settlers flocking to Australia in the mid-1800s saw these tigers as pests, and soon bounty hunting would be the leading cause of their extinction. Like the passenger pigeon, the last known thylacine died in captivity. This animal, despite its threatening name, was no threat to humans themselves. The Australian government website describes this animal with a head like a wolf, striped body like a tiger, and backward-facing pouch like a wombat. The thylacine was as unbelievable as the platypus, which had caused disbelief and uproar in Europe when it was first described. Australian scientists have made great progress in cloning the Tasmanian tiger, and they actually have a pup that has been preserved in alcohol since 1866. Once they bring together all the genetic pieces of the puzzle, they have plans to implant an egg into a Tasmanian devil. Number 5. Moa. The arrival of humans to New Zealand was the cause of all 9 species of moa's extinction. The Polynesians first settled there in the 13th century, and they quickly wiped out these large flightless birds. The Maori people hunted the moa, who were easy targets for food. The bird's feathers and skin were used for clothing, and its bones were made into jewelry and fish hooks. Research has been underway for possible revivification, furthering scientists' current fascination with resurrecting large mammals. Number 4. Gastric-Brooding Frog. A newer member of the extinction list, this frog was last officially documented in Queensland circa 1983. Deforestation, invasive plants and animals, deadly bacteria, and loss of habitat quality through climate change have been cited as reasons why they no longer exist. This frog is a scientific wonder concerning how they reproduced. After a male frog externally fertilized the eggs, the female frog swallowed the eggs and kept them in her stomach for 6 weeks before regurgitating froglets. No other frog, as far as we know, goes through such a birthing process. Professor Mike Archer of the University of South Wales is determined to breathe life into these amphibians again. He actually has gotten very close, going as far as creating an embryo. He continues his research on this frog, and in an interview with National Geographic, optimistically states, "We can ultimately fix the wild." Number 3. Dodo. The harrowing tale behind the extinction of dodo birds, like the moa, involves the arrival of settlers. They resided on the island nation of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean, but they would be wiped out in the 17th century, mostly due to the impact of Dutch settlers. Little is it known, however, that the ruthlessness of these settlers was not the only cause of their demise, it was what they brought with them. The pigs and rats that were unleashed on the island spread their influence in the form of diseases. They also developed an appetite for dodo bird eggs. This combination of attacks on dodos sealed their fate. There have been talks, more accurately, TEDx talks, of de-extinction with the dodo, but that will not be happening anytime soon. Almost every trace of the dodo was lost until the discovery and preservation of the only complete skeleton remaining of this bird to date. Number 2. Pyrenean ibex. This mountain goat, also known as the bucado, lived in the Spanish mountains before officially becoming extinct in 2000. Once again, hunting and gradual habitat destruction killed off this subspecies. However, the bucado has the distinct honor of being the first ever successful clone. In 2009, scientists were able to take frozen skin cells, create an embryo, and after many failed insemination attempts, a female goat finally gave birth to a calf originating from a cloned egg. Unfortunately, the calf lived for only 7 minutes due to a lung defect. Alberto Fernandez Arias, leading advocate behind this animal's de-extinction, quickly went back to the drawing board, and he continues his work in developing a successful clone. Number 1. Woolly mammoth. This fantastic beast was lost in the last ice age thousands of years ago, presumably by hunters, but studies reveal melting temperature may have also driven them to extinction. The coexistence of large mammals and humans has proven deadly for the former. Much like the extinct woolly rhino, the buried bones and bodies of woolly mammoths is something researchers and archaeologists have come across many times, specifically near the mammoth's final destination, the Arctic. We see woolly mammoths as the main symbolization of the Ice Age, which has come to be a contributing factor to researchers' fascination with them, says Hendrik Poyner in yet another TEDx Talks on de-extinction. As of today, many various researchers, spanning from North America to Siberia, are working on restructuring mammoth genomes that allow for replication. Their closest relatives, the Asian elephants, may be the key in this successful cloning. The revival of the woolly mammoth could restore ecological balance in the permafrost and grasslands of Siberia, says Ross Anderson in The Atlantic magazine. The mammoth is an ideal cloning candidate for many environmental reasons, but even scientists gush at the notion that mammoths are simply a cool species, and one of the most treasured of all the colossal creatures of the past. Which of these animals you like the most? Share your opinions with us in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.